And welcome back to another episode of The Young and the Wash. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you can and will listen to a podcast. I am Dunzo, a.k.a. the Husky Hustler, Fat Face Fabio. And, girl, I cannot tell if he's cute or if the second part of the vaccine is kicking in right now.
Sheesh.
And with me, as always, is...
It's your favorite light skin, brows always on fleek. And we got the man, the best producer in the game, best hairdo. Nice hat. I like the hat today.
Hey, Sean Walchev.
Yeah, it's fire today. I like that.
Always.
You know, looking like a 12-year-old Samoan kid with that hair. It's a beautiful situation. And as always, we're going to start with quick hitters. You guys are going to have to hold this episode down. Your boy's got a little bit of a head cold. No Rona around here, but, I'm a little bit off my game. Heads up.
I think we carry you no matter what.
I don't think either you have the calf to do that.
Hey, we have the MVP right next to you today.
Improved.
Oh,
there was
okay,
an
okay.
eye before that.
Hey, all I know is that there was MVP there.
Hey, we get it. The Nets scored 146 without KD playing last night, but let's not forget who KD is.
I would like to also give out another shout out to this man's outfit today. This man looks like he's ready to go hit the course and shoot, and shoot a 72.
I forgot to mention.
Yeah, I know Farmers is on right now, the PGA Tour, but damn.
Looking like your boy Dunzo, looking like the Black John Daly because I always find the hole. And with that being said, quick hitters.
Okay. Is there a food that will make you throw up the second you put it in your mouth?
Flan.
Wow.
Really?
It's the texture. I'm a texture eater. It freaks me out.
You have said this before. You're a texture eater.
Yeah, I'm gonna it's too smooth and it's like custardy on the inside and then but it doesn't move. It just freaks out my mouth. Like it's so weird. Like yeah.
What about you, Trav?
Sorry for her.
Flan isn't a person.
For me, it's horseradish. I can't stand horseradish.
Your nickname is
the horse.
Yeah,
yes, I know they say. There was one time I went to Disneyland and I had a sandwich and I didn't know that there was horseradish in it. And I took a bite and my whole face just went white. And it was the first time where I'm very particular. I hate people who get a meal and I didn't ask for onions on my steak type deal, and they'll send the whole thing back and just not take off the onions. I'm just like, dude, just take off the onions. Let's not make a big deal, right? So I've never sent back food. That's the first time in my life I ever sent back food, and they gave me some free soup, and I couldn't eat for the rest of the day that time.
Oh my god!
He was also sitting on the same side of the booth of whoever he was with.
No, I was not. That's not the type of guy.
If you send back food, you told me you weren't the type of guy to send back food. And look at this.
Bro, horseradish though, they did the one thing with horseradish.
Is it the taste or the smell?
Dude, it's just
the
the taste.
smell gets me on
no,
that.
It's a taste.
It kind of burns, but the taste is good.
It's a taste, but I've been tricked with other things that are mixed with horseradish. I forgot where I recently went, but they had some weird thing that has a hint of.
It's in a lot of.
Oh, it was the it's the wrap bacon at that place in IB.
The Forum?
Yes, and they have the wrap bacon. Number one, everyone should try that. Shrimp wrap bacon, it's absolutely fire. But there's a little bit of horseradish in the sauce, and I ate it, but it was just enough to trick me, the cocktail. But yeah, it was good stuff.
That's interesting. All right, next question: who will end with more Super Bowls, Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady?
This is the discussion of the town right now.
I just feel like it. I don't understand why this is a question. For the simple fact of you're gonna. In 2002, if we would have put money, then 2021, Tom Brady was gonna be going for his 7th Super Bowl. I would have kicked whoever said that in the fucking nuts. So with that being said, why would anyone put money on Pat Mahomes?
Why not?
How many people see a comet twice in their lifetime?
It's the likelihood. I respect I know what you're saying, and I honestly respect it because the chances of going to that many Super Bowls that Tom Brady already did before this one, let's be real, are we really going to see another New England Patriots dynasty like that? It's so unlikely. I know we have the formula right now, that's why we're asking the question, but to put money on that, I don't know.
This is where I stand. He's played 3 years, Patrick Mahomes. 2 Super Bowl appearances. The time he didn't make the Super Bowl, he won the MVP. I mean, why not him?
I also have a factor in this. Tom Brady took a lot of pay cuts in his pursuit of said Super Bowls, and that light-skinned dude just got $500 million. And I know his contract is broken down by percentages of the salary cap. Well, unless he's willing to restructure his restructure and then restructure that, because Tom Brady's restructured about 4 times to get 7 rings. And I just don't. And the market's so greedy. I don't see Pat Mahomes doing that because I'll say this: other agents would get mad at his agent. One thing I always remember is Matt Ryan got paid, and I remember Aaron Rodgers literally went up to the GM of the Falcons and said, "You need to pay Matt Ryan so I can get paid." because Aaron Rodgers knew, like, oh, if Matt Ryan gets that, I'm going to get this. And guess who hasn't restructured either one of those deals? And both of their teams could be getting rid of them, arguably because of salary cap. Aaron Rodgers and Matt Ryan.
I hear you. I just feel like if there's any guy to do it, it'd be Patrick Mahomes. And
As of right now, yes.
And he's in the thing about Tom Brady was he was in such a bad division for all those years.
Yeah.
You know, the Dolphins, the Bills, and the Jets. Patrick Mahomes with the Raiders, the Chargers, and Denver. He could do the same thing.
Yeah,
I don't believe that because I feel like this. Denver is good once every 6 years for 3 years at a time.
Yeah, once every 6 years.
The Raiders pop up, and maybe the smog in LA will give the Chargers a new start. I don't know. Like,
we'll have to see it first. Yeah. Okay,
Herbert.
Next question: who's the last celebrity you'd want to spend the weekend with?
The last one.
One. Celebrity.
Yeah, I got my answer.
I'd like to hear.
Mike Pence.
Let's pick somebody else.
He a celebrity?
He's not really a celebrity.
He's famous. He's certified.
My answer: Amy Schumer. I just find her so annoying, bro. Like,
which is funny because he brought her up last week.
Yeah, I want to see what you're gonna say. I don't think she's funny at all.
Oh, by the way, I was wrong. Definitely not Natasha Leggero. I was definitely talking about Whitney Cummings. I just want to throw that out there because I do not think Natasha Leggero is funny. I don't know
who do I hate that's a celebrity? I feel like I'm not like.
I'm not gonna say her name, but that white chick. Because I'm not gonna give her enough shine. But who did the
Kesha?
No, the little political one. She's always online. I know her name. I'm not gonna say her name because I don't want to fucking.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, little blonde-headed white chick who's she did the 21 Savage song. She's always running her mouth.
Oh yeah.
I'm not even gonna give her shine. I'm not even gonna say her name.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
But if I had godly, I would have Ocho singled her. I don't even care if I get in trouble for saying that. Like,
I wouldn't. Even though she's probably funny, but who's? Oh, I don't know what movie.
It doesn't have to be a girl. It could be a guy.
She plays the same character in like every movie. She's kind of a thicker chick. She's been in like a spy movie. Like I remember
Drew Barrymore.
I don't know. I just know she's a thicker.
What movie is she in?
Oh, dude, she's been in a couple.
She can't be that annoying if you can't even remember.
Yeah, that's true. But I think she's annoying as hell.
If it was a dude, going to Travis's point though, so I can buy him some time.
Go ahead, yeah,
Russell Brand. Because he is the same person.
Yeah.
He's like Liam Neeson. He is the same person everywhere he goes. And that might seem cool,
This
but
is
after
hard.
a while,
I'm
I'm not going to want to do drugs anymore. Like,
You have to come back to me on that. I don't have enough hate for these people.
Bro, there's way too many celebrities. When I watch TV, I'm like, I can't stand this guy all the time.
I don't. There's nobody that I'm like.
Travis just doesn't remember things very well, so he can't even remember who fucking pisses him off, which literally pisses me off. 'Cause I feel like I walk around with enough anger for the both of us.
Yeah, exactly. Zoe just hates, and I'm just there like in my own little world, I guess. Like I don't know. I'll come back. Watch it pop up out of nowhere. I'm like, you know what? Fuck that guy.
Things.
I got you. All right. Is there a player in the NBA that you know you could take in a fight?
Ooh, I know.
Yeah, you for sure could take this guy.
Rudy Gobert.
No way.
Look at my face.
Why do you?
Bro, he's 7'1". He drop your ass. He'll pick you up and drop you. Bro.
I'm 100% Rudy Gobert could kick the shit out of you.
That's perfectly fine. I'll stand behind the Berlin Wall. You're welcome. World War II, back-to-back champs.
What about you? Do you think there's a player you could
Probably
take?
not, to be honest. I mean, I'm just.
You don't, bro. No. Okay, here's a theory that you have to think about, and this is why I say this. A lot of these guys, the guys who are like from my height to Josh's height, I'm mildly afraid of. Because they probably haven't been freaking. Like Josh has been freakishly tall our whole life, but not every one of these guys.
Okay,
like the guys who have been regular height at one point in their life, I'm more afraid of them.
I know
the dudes who have been 6'8" since they were like 7. No one's ever stepped to them. How do I know they have hands?
I know who I want to fight. I don't know if I'm gonna win this, but I know I want to fight him. I'd love to fight Patrick Beverly.
He'd mop.
I know he's gonna mop me, but I'd love to fight him.
I'll give Travis a good one. Travis could take Grayson Allen.
I'd like to see it.
I'd fight Grayson Allen.
He got a little body.
I have nothing against him. I think he gets a wrong thing. I know no beef with Grayson Allen.
No, but we're just talking about if you do or die, you got to catch hands with somebody and you have to win.
Maybe Kyle Korver. I don't know.
He's 6'8", dog.
I know. I'd fight.
And his wrist is strong.
All right. Could you marry a chick that gave bad head?
No, absolutely. I'm a connoisseur.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Bro, I've been getting.
But you love her.
We can no.
I've been getting.
I might not love her then.
She has great family values.
Sorry, Mom.
That's a good job.
I've been getting head since I was 12 years old. Like, I got out of elementary school getting necked up. There is no way on God's green earth I'm going to spend the rest of my life with.
Yeah.
All right. So
with sandpaper.
So you love this girl. What are you going to say to her? Like, what? You give bad head?
I probably
wouldn't. It's not going to work out.
Here's the thing, though. If I made the logic behind it. I wouldn't. I think me and Zoe wouldn't fall in love with somebody who gives bad head. We wouldn't even let it get to that. We wouldn't even let it get to that point. It's like if we're dating and all of a sudden you go down, and I feel some teeth. You know what I'm saying? And maybe the second time we try to come back at this and it's the same thing, or maybe she's got the anaconda grip. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm out.
I feel like I feel like
I can't do it.
Well, I talked about her last week, and she has a really good joke about this. I feel like you got to take the Nikki Glaser approach. If she's bad at head, Nikki Glaser has a joke where she says, if your girl's bad at head, just keep complimenting her and making her think she's good, because women love positive reinforcement, and then she'll be willing to do it. And then you have to be like in your own head, like you gotta mold how to teach her to be like,
and that's what
you're
I was
so
say,
good, but try this, like, you know, like what
yeah,
they call a compliment
and
sandwich,
you can't
like
do that.
good.
You gotta see potential.
Good.
You gotta see potential, you know. And when you see potential, you know, maybe it's just like, all right, you know, pucker the lips like this, you know what I'm saying, man, loosen up the grip.
That's fair. All right, whose career would you rather have, Drew Brees or Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers.
Why?
He did not win a playoff game for 8 years. Drew Brees won the Super Bowl, and we didn't see that man win a playoff
Aaron Rodgers
game
better than
forever.
Drew Brees, so that's why I want it.
You think he's better?
Yeah.
Even though Drew Brees has more career touchdowns,
I don't give a damn.
passes completed.
He's better.
I
He's
know
only
what I know.
5'11".
I know the facts. I know. I see what I see.
Okay,
I watch it. Yeah,
that's fair enough.
I know.
All right, would you rather have a dad that's a well-known porn star or a well-known criminal?
Criminal.
You know, I'm gonna
But
take
hold on a
this-
second. If he's a well-known porn star, he might bring his friends over.
Hey, whoa!
You know,
You're taking what I'm about to say.
I'm
right
sorry.
now.
I apologize.
This is for me.
Okay, you're right.
No, but exactly. I like, you know, I'm taking the dirtbag route here. If I have the super known porn star dad, hey, you know, maybe we have a scene at the house or something. Like maybe we have a special room, a special casting couch. I go in, bring in the popcorn. We have our friends. You know, maybe maybe I'm the one keeping the girl loose in the background.
Hey, there you go.
You know?
Everybody wins.
Exactly.
This is exactly why I have to be on the show, because you guys just dream. You know, I take back what I said. You have an imagination.
Thank you. I told
to
you.
To think of that dumb shit you just said. You have
I
an
told
imagination. All right, so let's put the imagination away real quick and let's think about this. If my dad's a criminal, I get to wild out. Anytime I wild out, self-explanatory. Apple far from the tree. Depending on how good of a criminal he is, I might be like, if he's a good criminal, he's got notoriety. But either way, bitches are gonna want to fuck you. And here's the thing: less expectations if my dad's just a criminal. If your father is Johnny Sins and you don't put it down, you're gonna get roasted fucking everywhere. It will be everywhere that Johnny Sins' son got the little Peter, bro. Like, yeah. Like,
Okay, what if your dad's a well-known criminal, but he like weirdo like Jeffrey Dahmer? He'd eat people and shit. You want that as your dad?
Oh, time out.
that?
I have a question. Didn't Jeffrey Dahmer lure the women there with game?
That's wild.
He was gay.
Okay, what's my other man? What's the one that Zac Efron played?
What?
That's the one, dude. The
Audience, you would know. Ted Bundy.
Good job.
Thank you, guest audience. Ted Bundy had hoes helping him get other hoes to kill hoes.
That man was
If that's not mouthpiece, that's beyond porn star mouthpiece.
This is getting deep. This is getting dark.
Oh, all right.
Like, you know what Ted Bundy would do with these bitches on Instagram, bro? You know how easy it would be for Ted Bundy to bag a bitch both ways?
I don't even want to know.
Bro, he was bagging bitches in a Volkswagen Bug. You don't think
This
sliding
is like the
in a
late
DM would
70s,
be-
early 80s, though. People couldn't communicate through the thing, dude. Like,
Bro, you know what? Bro, when people
that
have
was
lack of
wild. This man's just going to a different town. Like,
he-
what's up? Like, you're like,
bro, popping up in a town and fucking a chick at a random bar is no different than like trying to bang some chick from Scottsdale through IG. It's the same thing.
I just like to go on record here, as everyone already knows the show by now, if you're watching here. But obviously, we do not condone anything that man did or any of these criminals do. And so, if you feel some type of way about it, don't, because that's not how it's being said here.
The thoughts and statements by the Young and the Washed are not a reflection of those employers of JP25 Media.
All right. Who's the best receiver of our era?
Larry Fitzgerald.
Debatable.
Damn,
It's
that's
very
good.
debatable. Okay.
Damn, dude. We
About
have
Calvin
a lot,
Johnson.
dude. That's the first one that came to my mind.
Did he not
In
play
the
long
words
enough?
of Chris,
Is Randy Moss in our generation?
I kind of count him the generation before, to be honest.
Yeah, I
with you.
wouldn't. Yeah.
In the words of Chris Rock, he said Biggie can't be top 5 with 2 albums. I don't think that Calvin Johnson can be that high without a play. Not his fault.
Dude,
not without a playoff win. And like he cut his career short, and I respect why he cut his career short. He's playing a shitty place. They were pumping him with all type of like painkillers and shit. Like I respect why he did it, but Larry Fitzgerald is a testament of time.
Yeah, he is.
And he was part of my personal opinion the best Super Bowl I've been alive for.
That's fair enough. What about Julio?
That was my second. I was gonna go with Julio. I was like, Julio. Larry Fitz himself said that guy has no weaknesses. He's the best.
He did say that.
He
All right,
said
but-
that himself. You know?
But to a Travis point, and even though I do think Julio, talent-wise, is the best,
Yeah, he might.
But I know you hate this phrase, but the best ability is availability. And
I love that
Larry,
phrase.
Larry,
I created that phrase.
someone that I know. I thought it was you. Someone I know.
create that
I
phrase,
think
man.
maybe
I
Dave.
did not create
Maybe it's Dave who hates it. I don't know.
No, Dave says it all the time.
All right. Well, someone.
Anyways. Whoever hates that, I hate you.
Yeah. But here's the thing: like Larry Fitzgerald plays a lot through injury, and I love Julio, and he's a freak. And even when he's at 80%, he's better than 90% of the league.
He really is.
But the problem is he's usually at 79%, and we don't see him a lot sometimes. You know what I mean?
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm going talent-wise. I'm actually going to flip it there. I'm going to go talent-wise, Megatron. The fact that they even called him Megatron.
But is that talent or an adjective?
Dude, he's throw the ball up to that man. It's
Is
just wild. But here's who I'm going with the best, though. Yes, it's talent. Julio. I'm going Julio.
Okay.
Go Julio.
I'm going I'm so stuck between the two. I'm going to go Fitzgerald just because he played longer and Julio hasn't won, really.
Yeah.
And I'll say this: Larry Fitzgerald is part of every aspect of that offense. They have this nigga lining up in the box to block during run plays.
Yeah,
Like
the slot,
that's
the
crazy.
outside.
Yeah.
Like
My favorite receiver of all time is Julio Jones, though. That's
Yeah.
my guy. All right.
we are going to ease into the young and the washed. Things that we watched growing up that blatantly fucking lied to us. Shows, movies, ideas, anything like that. We're taking it a light this week. It's Pro Bowl week, and just like the guys at the Pro Bowl, we didn't want to do anything either. So, my number one that I have right now, I know you guys aren't big anime people, but for my anime people out there, Dragon Ball Z would fight for 9 hours, and it would be 6 minutes in real life. It'd be 36 episodes, and it would make me think when I was little. First of all, I was one of those dumbass little kids that when you punch when I was like 3, I thought you had to make the noises like the Power Rangers do. Like,
Supposed to, right?
like I used to do that, and then I used to think that you like. I was like, when I was little, I was like, bro, all I gotta do is train, and I'll be able to fight forever. Oh my bad. Not realizing that one episode is 40 hours long, and it's a fucking lie. I can't fly. My hair doesn't go blonde, and I'm not gonna marry a chick named Chi-Chi who's flat chested. I don't understand how they did that one either. You know? Andrew?
That's hilarious. That's funny about the about the time. Let's see here. I guess this one was a lie. I got lied to. This one, we just recently thought about this as we were preparing. But Smart House. I remember when I first saw that movie, like I really thought that like in my lifetime, in my time, that like a house would be able to do that. Or like you'd be able to like type in some shit and it's like, oh yeah, like, you know, let me clean your room for you. Like boom, 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 boom. Like I remember I thought that houses were really like that. Like that was a big lie too that I wanted.
I feel like that could happen before we die, though.
I-
Like the way
I
things
hope
are going.
I
honestly.
hope it does,
Like
but-
every time I talk to my Alexa, like Alexa, play Return of the Mac, and she plays it, I'm like, my mind is just blown every time.
That's your version of Smart House.
Yeah, that's my version of Smart House.
Alexa.
They made a vaccine that was killing the whole world in 8 months. If you don't think our houses could talk to us by now, and they just are choosing not to, you got And also, I don't want my house to talk to me. The government's already watching us enough. Like
I guess
You wouldn't want your house to clean
I
itself.
guess that's like ring.
to
See,
clean
that's what I
itself?
would
Yeah.
want.
No, because here's the thing. I think this is the problem. I think when humans get like, when it comes to technology,
Dependent.
and just fucking lazy. Like people lose personality. People lose things. Like people lose like peace of mind. Like some people enjoy cleaning because it gives them a peace of mind. If your house cleans, guess what you are? Some fucking psychopath in the corner just petting your dog who's already been dead for 3 weeks, but you keep petting him and you don't even fucking notice.
Whoa.
Like, you know, got dark there. But
did.
regardless, yeah, I don't. Yeah, the smart house. I like the idea of it, but it's just like, and we saw how that went south. That bitch was
It
crazy.
did go south. It did go south fast.
And my second one, I have Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide.
Ooh, I like
that whole show was a lie.
Why?
The whole show was a lie. None of those tips helped.
They helped a little bit. Some of them. No,
Can we think of any tips here?
I know.
Can
They're
you-
all garbage.
They're all garbage tips.
They're all garbage. Any advice a TV show on Nickelodeon has ever given you about your crush, instantly a lie.
You know what? That's a great segue into my next one, Zoe 101. That show made me think that as a 13-year-old kid, I could go live somewhere, you know, and just completely not wild out and do school. That's definitely a lie. I couldn't do it at 19.
No, that show did tell us one truth. If you go to boarding school, you
Hoes?
will get pregnant at 16.
I feel like every Disney movie was a lie. Okay.
See, that's what
Let me get into this. When we were in high school, we used to ask like girls to homecoming prom, that type
Oh,
of
it's
thing.
another great
We had to
segue.
put on a performance, bro, to get these girls to go to a dance with us. I'm like, how many movies have these girls seen where we have to go all out?
I feel you.
I'm like, dude, this is getting out of hand. There was like, remember that one time the plane went over? It's like, will you ask me to homecoming? I'm like, Jesus Christ, like, what is happening
Bro.
to us? It's crazy out here.
It just doesn't make any sense. Bro, I'm not going to say the guy's name. I remember a little quick story time. This tells you how much of a piece of shit Zoe is. Artist in our grade, I'm not gonna say his name. He did that big ass poster to ask his girl to homecoming, and you know what my black ass did after that happened? Got my little ass poster and walked right from around the corner of it and asked old girl who I asked, and she dead ass thought I made that poster. And then I just had the little ass time with it.
That's wild.
That's smart,
Bro.
That's genius.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, it wasn't even on purpose. I was just angry, and then her homegirl, I was angry looking at the poster, like, why the fuck would he do this right now? Like, this is
It's making us all look bad.
Yeah, making us all look bad. And then she's like, she's coming, and I just put in. She's like, she walks around and she's like, oh my god, that poster, you did this with the little. I'm like, yeah.
Who do you think I am? Yeah.
Bro.
That's great.
No, but
I was just gonna say, like you kind of said, very vague. But anything that said like being an adult was gonna be fun. Because all like you said, kind of Disney movies and all that good stuff. Like everything's like, oh, I want to grow up, and all that good stuff. But it's just like, God, like being old sucks. Like
bro, this shit is so trash. I got student loan debt. My knees hurt. None of this happened, bro. I watched Blank Check, and I thought, like, I'm going to live like a king, dude. This shit is garbage. There's a pandemic going on. I got nieces and nephews and shit. These little niggas asking
like
for money on
lie,
Christmas.
Like when you're an adult, like, you can do what you want to do, and it's like, no, you can't. Like, you still can't. Like,
you know what's funny? You know what it is? Because when you're younger, you don't think of repercussions.
Exactly.
And when you're older, you have freedom. So the combination of the thought of freedom with no repercussions sounds fucking amazing. Until, you end up in fucking county for 12 hours because you decided to piss on a fire hydrant in the middle of the day because there's no it's ridiculous. It's absolutely,
Yeah.
I don't know who lied to us. And actually, we know exactly who lied to us. Speaking of which, another Disney one that's a lie. This is one of Josh's favorite movies, and I was just talking to someone about this. Lizzie McGuire met Paolo, and that nigga fucking sucked. And when you go... ladies. Oh, no, this is going to go into my you can't be trusted.
Okay.
And we're back with another installment of You Can't Be Trusted. To the Lizzie McGuire point is, women literally of our age group thought that you went to foreign countries when you turned 18, fell in love for a weekend, and then came home. You're a hoe. You gave it up. It's fine. I'm going to give it up on the weekend, too. But he was so romantic. No, bitch, you were in Venice for 2 weeks. He's not romantic. He's going to run through about 6 other bitches who look just like you for the rest of the summer. And that goes into my you cannot be trusted if women think that a strip club and a rom-com are different, you cannot be trusted.
Wow. What's a rom-com? Is that the same thing?
A romantic comedy and the strip club are the same thing. And you cannot be trusted if you think otherwise.
Why are they
Please
the same
explain.
thing?
Men are physical creatures. We want to touch. We want to feel. We want to see things.
Yeah.
Women view that as cheating, even if we're not technically touching.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
They do.
Because it gives us a perception and a totem that they can't reach, that they hold us, that they then throw back in our face and hold us accountable for.
Okay.
They watch romantic comedies, cry their eyes out, and that's their totem for romance. I'm sorry that when I met you, I didn't put 46 rose petals on the bed. Bitch, I met you in 8th grade PE. Like, what am I supposed to... It's the same thing. It's just different perceptions of, what... But the difference is because theirs isn't physical, that they get to throw it in our face. And I'm like, you're emotionally cheating on me with Ryan Gosling right now. He is no different than fucking Cherokee down at Pacers who's shaking that ass.
I can respect this logic. I see where you're going with this. I
It's
see the
just all,
connection.
it's because it's all just like, why are
Wild.
you allowed to sit on the couch and kill a thing of Haagen-Dazs and then just cry out your eyes? But if I want to see Sarah J throw some shit back at Cheetahs with a guest appearance, I'm cheating.
Don't go to Cheetahs.
Like, my thing is like this. If I go to the strip club once a year and you have Amazon Prime, Hulu, Netflix,
HBO Max,
and you're paying for all these streaming services to watch The Notebook, Cinderella Story, all these, it's going to be the same amount of money by the end of the year. And we're getting the same pleasure out of it. We're both getting an escape from reality. Why is mine the worst one?
That's a good point. You
Josh is actually like,
I mean, you
wow.
came around to some point at the end there. I mean, I could hear you. Yeah,
Bro,
I guess.
hear it.
I was kind of lost there for the beginning.
No,
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
was sticking with that. I understood.
Yeah.
I just don't think, don't get me wrong.
They could do a case study on that.
Because my thing is just like this. If they want to, and here's my thing. I get it, women. You're all built differently. You're all different creatures. We should not just group you together. But for the sake of this podcast and the view, for the ratings, we're going to do that.
For the ratings.
But my thing is like this. If you, if it's bad for me to go and then have this idea of what sexy is, but then you get to come home and hold me accountable
To what romance is?
to what romance is.
Wow.
Because this is what makes it mad then. Because they watch these movies, and I get it, like, you're supposed to accept people for who they are. But then it's like, then they get to say phrases like, I'm just too much for him. A real man would hold this down. Blah, blah, blah. No, you're crazy. Like, some people just suck.
The first person I thought of was Jim and Pam from The Office. I was like, you know how hard it would be to be Jim? To put that at that level of love and respect for your woman. I'm like,
Jim
that's
didn't
hard.
go with he didn't go with Daryl.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's wild. It's
You know,
wild.
but like, yeah, my thing is just like, and I know this sounds bitter, but we're just trying to get the jokes off because there's nothing to talk about this week. But it doesn't make any sense to me that, like, I get it monetarily. Like, if the money's an issue, then I get it. But the thing is, though, like, people are just looking for an escape. It's no different than anything else. Like, if you sit at home and you watch nothing but romantic comedies, and then, like, it's gonna have an effect on you. It's gonna change your perception. If you only watch porn with chicks with big tits, then you're gonna, like, it's gonna warp your mind on sexuality. Just like it's gonna warp your mind on romance. Like, there's no difference. Like, bro, he's not gonna send you a letter. He's been dead for 10 years. Stop going to the fucking harbor. It's not coming. He's not talking to
I feel
a
like you had to
spirit.
get this one off your chest.
He's not talking to the spirit. It's not even like one of those. It's not even like I'm angry. It just literally blew my mind. Like, when I thought about this, I was just like, wow, they literally do that to hold this against us later.
Can we go back to you're being lied to?
Yeah.
Dude,
Please.
porn, bro. Like,
Porn
I,
is a lie.
I used to think like if I delivered a pizza, I'd get laid. Like, that's crazy. Like, the way things go down in porn, like, they're so unrealistic.
thought that, though?
Bro, when I was like in 8th grade, I thought it was that easy.
Think
Like,
you can pull a dick in a
like,
box?
Were you
like if I bring her a sausage pizza, she'll want to fuck me.
Were you
Like,
one of the
that's
niggas
crazy.
like, damn, I hope my parents get a divorce so I can fuck my stepsister? Were you one of them niggas?
No, that's crazy. No, but seriously though, like, they make it seem in porn like it's so easy to get laid.
You
like,
see in
it's
Australia,
crazy.
they actually have commercials, or is it New Zealand? It's one of those, but they actually have like kind of like anti-porn or like reality commercials that's like showing you that, like, you know, like, hey, like, obviously porn is not reality. Like, this is not how it goes. Like, it's just like, and yeah,
You know what it is? I think it's like porn's like a teaching tool at some point. Like, we all know, I've told the story about, like, I was getting bad head from a certain female. She watched porn, and then the head was tremendously better the next time around. But, like, that's one. Like, she watched, like, one video, like, 30 times to, like, get technique. But, like, when you start... I feel like there's got to be guys out there who, like, are in regular life situations, like, oh, she's going to fuck me right now. And that bitch is not thinking about fucking you whatsoever.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
That's a good point. Going into like regular life, we'll go out with our guy friends who will remain nameless, and they'll think they're gonna get laid
Wild.
because like they watch porn. Like, bro, like that's not how life works. You don't just
Yeah.
show up and get
Or
laid.
like you show up to PB or you go out and, like, you know what? If I get extremely faded, I'm hitting tonight.
Yeah,
Like, you know?
yeah, exactly.
You know what the lie is? Like, to say it scientifically, the lie is sex by proximity. Like, just because I'm next to you and, like, whatever, like,
This
you
is how
want
I'm
to-
feeling.
Yeah, and because I'm feeling this way, I'm like, and also it's like this, like, they always think like, oh, when you're caught off guard, you'll get fucked. Don't get me wrong. I've definitely been caught off guard and be like, damn, I did not think that was coming. But here's the thing. You're genuinely caught off guard when that happens. It doesn't work when you're sitting there and you're thinking you're playing it cool and you're staring at her off and on for the next 37 minutes while her and her friend are having a conversation. Her friend's definitely texting her while they're staring at each other like, this fucker won't stop staring at me. This
Yeah,
is,
like it's like reality versus like what you think, or what is it? Like expectations versus reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the expectations, like you're playing it cool, like staring at her, but in real life you're like, and you're freaking her the fuck out,
even
bro.
to the point of the sex in porn, bro. Like,
Yes.
like
When you're watching that 25-minute video and you really think he's dogging her out for 23 minutes, it's
not
like,
realizing he's nutted twice.
exactly. It's like, dog, you're most likely, unless you're just, you know, having one of those type of days, you're not most likely gonna dog her out for 23 minutes straight.
You, bro, even to this, I like, well, a little sharing time. I'm not gonna say the porn star thing, but I used to watch a porn star, a guy, and I remember thinking like, oh, you're supposed to talk. Like, he was talking like during the sex, but like the way he was getting his shit off, I was like, oh, this is how you're supposed to get your shit off. I had a woman look at me. She turned back. She's like, "Why are you saying that right now?"
What were you saying?
Like, oh, I'm not repeating.
Come on, say it. Say it.
Be
Don't be a
vulnerable.
bitch.
Will you?
Huh?
Will you?
Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. What?
If I say mine, will you say yours?
What? Say what?
How you get in your bag?
How I get in my bag?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll
go
get in
ahead.
my bag. You gotta get in
Go
your
ahead.
bag.
About my sex
Yeah.
life?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Josh, you gonna get in your bag?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't deflect right now. You
Oh,
asked
no.
you first.
I just want to make sure we're all getting in this duffel together.
I'm always in my bag.
I'm in.
You're always in your bag?
I'm jumping in
Okay.
right now.
Okay, I want to say I was something along the... Oh, okay. One of the most...
Do you fuck with a shirt on? Start there.
I have,
but not no.
Okay.
No, it's not like a preferred.
I'm just trying to.
Josh has this theory of, but no, stop lying. Josh has been asking people for 10 years if they fuck with a shirt on. Okay, and now that I'm fat, he really wants to know if I fuck with a shirt on because he has this theory that fat dudes fuck with their shirts on, and I know this for a fact.
He's laughing
Because
He's right. I can picture you like a dog.
No, I would say, you know what it was? I would say this because I usually watch porn with black people in it because it's just easier for me to picture it being myself.
Of course, yeah.
I will say I had a chick, and this made me realize like how much people fetishize like black people like when it comes to sexuality. And we've had this conversation before too about like how like chicks just want to fuck you because you're black or they don't want to fuck you because you're black. But I remember I think it's like, oh, you like that black, you know what I mean, like that. And then she just kind of looked at me like, why is it your bag right now? And I had to think about it later, and I was like, that's a little weird, I guess. You know, like when I thought about it, like that's a little weird. And she was like why is that the bag right now? You know what I mean? Like
That's gold.
you know what I mean? But like I just felt like I was 7. Damn. When I was
2 weeks ago.
16. I was 16. I was literally just repeating what I heard. You know what I mean? Like,
Have you ever told a girl to call you like daddy or anything like that?
no, that's disgusting.
Yeah, no.
That literally,
I've been called
because you're nasty,
nasty nigga.
and you're like, no, you're just nasty. Like, because here's the thing, I don't like daddy. I not a fan of Poppy, but I can deal with it more so because I don't feel like the women who say Poppy during sex actually call their father that. Like the only people who say daddy are white girls and black dudes. Like I have this theory that like when black dudes talk about their father, like, oh, that's my daddy's and people over there. Like, you know what I mean? That's how like black guys always say daddy and no one ever notices that, like that's just how they talk. But it's like white girls actually like I've been around white women who refer to their father as daddy, and I'm not there. Like it's just oh no.
What do you tell a girl to call you, or do you not tell her to call you anything?
I don't know. Like, get in your like, she's got to get in her bag too. Like, I want to, but like, not. I'm not big on pet names. Like, don't call me Alonzo though. Like, I kid you not. I had this.
You have someone call you by your
your government name?
Yeah, your government name while hitting it. Especially because for us, like your name is Zoe. Like, because for me, I've been called Travis. Like that's normal.
Yeah.
Like but if like my name was like Trav or something like that, to the point where his name is Zoe, and someone said like Travis, or in this case Alonzo, like while sex, I'd be like, oh wait, hold on,
bro. Like, has something ever happened during sex and like you had to mentally push through it? Like not physically, like mentally push through it. That's what I felt like when she called me Alonzo. I was just like, oh, I gotta like get myself back in this mode because I was completely taken aback. I was just like, dude, what the fuck is going on right now? And we're back. Sorry, we had technical difficulties. Another insulting thing that porn has given us, women. I'm gonna let you know, it's not. Kind of like the Nikki Glaser thing. If a girl isn't giving good head, positive reinforcement. I've never had this problem personally. I've been complimented on my Johnson on numerous occasions, But I've heard this, and I've been told this before, but more of like women. Besides the point, women saying deeper is not. That's not a thing. It's not a thing. It's not a thing.
I love those memes. I can't.
No, you know why this is like this? It's like I can't like niggas are never like get tighter, bounce. You know what's so crazy?
Hey, tighten that thing on up.
Like,
because don't they have a? There's only a certain amount it can go, anyways, right? Like,
but like it's a bullshit. They spend all that energy critiquing us all day, bitch. If you had all that energy, maybe you could like get on top for more than 6 seconds. You know what I mean? Like,
oh my god.
And when they say, "Why are you tired?" It's like, what do you mean? Why am I tired? I'm doing all the work here. What the fuck are you talking about?
Patrick Starfish,
you're just sitting there. You're not doing anything.
Can we talk about this? I feel like this. I'm a lazy sack of shit. One of the few things I am like, I will get 2013 Athletic Zoe for is if I'm about to get some. Oh, bro, I'm stretching like fucking Vince Carter before the Olympics. You know what I mean? But let's talk about like women have it so easy because men are trash. A bitch can be cute, and we were gonna have this. A bitch can be cute, and niggas will just assume the box is good.
Like, of course.
Like you, like
of course.
We had this conversation before about how this is a whole nother topic, but this will be good. IG has ruined the 7 and 6 and the 8s, like those number women. And the reason why I say this before, like.
Why do you say it like that? The 7,
I
the
know,
6, and the 8.
Because I thought about it and I was like, nah, there's some 8s that are a little too high on their pedestal. And don't get me wrong, ladies. I know I'm a strong 6'3". Don't get me wrong. Okay?
Yeah?
Strong 6'3". Maybe a 7 with a hat on in the beard lineup, but strong 6.3. But here's my thing: is like, fuck. What was my whole point? Trav fucking threw me off. Yes, yeah.
You said IG ruined it.
Oh, IG ruined it. Here's why IG ruined it, in my personal opinion. Like we talked about this. There used to be a time, and Trev, you're not as seasoned as me and Josh, so
I'm not.
we're going to inform you right now. There used to be a time where if you knocked down a chick who was of less prestige, not going to say not as pretty, but of less prestige, those were the ones who had the firebox. They were trying the most.
I've heard these things. I've heard these tales.
Yeah, they were trying the most. They had the most effort, and they would they boost your own self-esteem a little bit. Be like, oh, you're fucking with me? I didn't think you'd fuck with me. You fucked up. I'm like, yeah, well, all right, well, we're here now, so let's see it. They're giving 100% effort. The problem is now, and I know it sounds like the fucking He-Man woman's hater pod from Zoe right now. The problem is now when any woman can put like a hard eyes underneath her friend's caption, every one of these chicks thinks she's a 9.
Yes.
And the problem is with the 9 is though, the 9's been hot her whole life, so she's a fucking starfish when you fuck half the time. Here's the thing: some of y'all are 7s, and you're not cute enough to starfish. So I don't know what to tell you.
Throw that thing.
Hey, you got all the time in the world to go to LA Fit and show us the 79 workout videos, but then you get on top and your PR is 6 seconds. Someone has to explain this to me. Instagram ruined the average chick. Instagram ruined the average chick because it ruined compliments. Like, compliments hold no weight. Like,
I agree. Yeah.
If you gave a woman a compliment in 2012, she took it as a compliment. Now she's like, yeah. Like, I get it. Self-esteem is one thing, but bitch, I didn't have to say you look good today. Especially if I mean it. Like,
no, that's
you
facts.
look nice. Like, yeah, like it ruined it. Don't get me wrong, men are just as fuck. It also ruined shooting your shot because niggas are nasty in the comments. Like if I see one more dude say he'll suck a fart out of your yeah, he'll suck a fart out of your ass. Like, you know what I mean? It's a horrible situation.
It makes you think of one person I can't say.
I know, me too.
It makes you think of one person. Shout out Macville.
Yeah. My boy, when I went to college,
Guys just ruined it for the rest of us out here,
Yeah,
bro, with these crazy comments.
my boy Ace, he was my captain when I was in Vermont on my team. He used to say, "Girl, I will vacuum that fart out of your box." I swear to God, that was one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
Like the funny one that I thought was obviously trending that a lot of people say, but when it first came out, I thought was wild when people would be like, "Hey, yo," it's like, "Hey, please sit on my face."
Soft.
Like, you know, it's just like I used to think that was the wildest thing. It's just like, wait, you're telling me that you're just straight up gonna go to him, but hey, can you sit on my face, please? Like this.
It turned into an acronym,
it's
bro.
just
Like
why-
people would be, "Can you please SOMF?" I'm like, bro, is that a thing? Like,
That's so
but
wild.
you know what's funny though? I'm not that opposed. That sounds wild, but we talked about this, I think, in an unreleased episode. I think niggas have this fucked up, like the game, because I feel like we're missing a whole aspect of how to get how to sneak into the box. You know what we mean by sneak into the box a little bit, not like rape. Obviously, niggas don't get wild, but you know, like kind of skip some steps. You know what I mean? I guarantee you, if we started the petition of, oh, let me go down on you, you will get pussy faster. If you just offer to go, because I feel like this, there's been chicks I know I didn't want to fuck who offered me head and I ended up fucking them.
it happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
Like, it just happens. Like, you know, we're here now. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I feel you. I've had some super, faded nights in PB, and like my mom's like, God, I could eat something right now. You know, I'm hungry.
Travis walking by Fat Sal's losing his fucking mind.
But yeah, it should be wild.
It's true though. Like you made a good point. The girls that aren't as good looking, they put out more effort, and the girls that are good looking think they're just so hot they don't have to.
And don't take offense to this. I'm an ugly nigga. I'm medium rare ugly. I have to do tons of extra shit. I had to start a whole show, nigga. Like, you know, like I get it. Like I get the point. Like I get it. But my all I'm saying is this. I know mental health's a big thing. I stand by this. Some of y'all don't have trauma. You're just fucking weirdos. Mm-hmm. And I know, like, self-esteem is part of mental health. I get it. You know, feeling good about yourself. But can we just be honest?
Call a spade a spade.
Yeah, let's call a spade a spade. I've been trying not to say it because I always say it, like, along with keeping it 100. I know. But it's just like, life is like being on a team. You got to know your role. And if you don't like your role, you have to accept the role you're currently in and then learn to improve from there. The problem is on Instagram, everyone's a fucking starter, bro. You're not all starters.
No.
I'm sorry, Tabitha in Kentucky. You're not a starter.
Yeah.
You know?
Let her know.
Claire in Saskatchewan. You're not a starter.
Let me ask you. Let me go back to your previous point.
Yeah.
Since you're medium rare ugly, as we all know.
Yes. I get to say that. You don't get to say that. Calling me medium rare ugly is like the N-word. You don't get to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Since you're self-proclaimed medium rare ugly,
There we go.
do you put in more effort than the average guy would because you say you're
You
medium
think
rare
I
ugly?
choose to be this funny?
No, I'm talking
I
about
was
sex
funny
wise. I'm
before
talking
I
about
was
sex
fat.
wise.
That's the worst part. I've always been ugly.
What about the sex part though? You say girls that are not as good looking put in more effort. What about you?
I know I have to do.
Would you eat Would you eat like bacon or strawberries or something off of a girl?
I'm not a big fan of the fruit situation in the bedroom.
I don't know why I said bacon. Nobody does that.
Yeah, well, I mean, you said I completely ignored that. I just said fruit. I was gonna let you have that.
Got the grease still burning.
Yeah. You know what the worst part about it is? You know what the worst part about it is? And there's two things I know Josh likes. It's healthy and speed. Josh definitely eats microwavable turkey bacon off her back. No
That's wild.
question.
That's your
I've
type?
never ate anything, but I'm down. I'm not down.
Don't get me wrong. It's obviously good for foreplay. But then after that, it's like, bro,
It's useless.
Like, yeah, it's like it's useless. It's messy for the most part. And then here's the thing: is like, where do you how do you transition from like using it to putting it away? You know what I mean? Like, you got a bowl of like melted chocolate, and you're just
You know what that's
feeding
good
each other.
for,
Like,
Josh?
what are you doing with it?
I have no idea.
Josh,
Yeah, that's a good point.
Here's a scenario where you actually use that shit because we all know that shit hit different. Hotel sex. When you go to travel and you go hotel sex,
nastiest of the nasty.
That's where it's willing. You know what? Let me try something different here because you know what? I don't gotta clean it up, and it's always sex in a hotel always hits different when you open up them blinds and you let the world see a little bit, because now you have to perform. And I'd like to piggyback off that as well when he said like proclaim medium rare ugly. You know, self-proclaimed. That like if you have to try hard or not.
Yeah.
I think men in general have to try a little bit harder for the fact of gossip of the women. Because if you're putting out there,
I hate that. Yeah.
and I've not tried to strike certain women in the sense of strike meaning hit. Sorry, that's probably the wrong word choice there. But have intercourse with other women because of the gossip. Like, if you put out some weak pipe out there, you will be known. It will be known.
I've
Someone will
definitely
find out.
not smashed a chick because I was like,
And I
I
think
might
it's-
have whiskey dick, and this is because the first time you fuck a chick, it's like trying to make a team. You're trying out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The reward's not. The risk is higher than the reward.
Yeah, like you don't try.
Without
like,
a doubt. Without a doubt.
Like here's the thing: if it's freshman year and I'm sick during tryouts, I'm not tripping because I have sophomore year to try out again.
Mm-hmm.
So if I believe I'm good enough to make the team, I'm gonna eventually make the team no matter what. And if I wasn't, then I'll just go play a different sport. You know what I mean? I'll go find another bitch. but it's the truth. But like, because I think it goes back to the theory we talked about before, though. Like, men are so shallow that women don't have to be interesting. Like, don't get me wrong, niggas with money don't have to do anything either. Like, women love corny ass niggas with money, but the regular niggas, like,
the average Joe.
you have to bring something.
Yeah.
Like, we've all been amused by a woman, even in like our regularness. We're sitting there like, dude, this bitch she's trash. Like just point blank, like she's trash, has no personality. But we amused it because we're just dumb as fuck when it comes to it. For her to let you smash, you have to have like a GDR, the good dick report. Mm-hmm. You have to have some like pristine, which makes you interesting, or you actually have to be interesting. Like, I don't get me wrong, I feel like because women just don't give into the impulse like men do. Is like, oh, he's hot, let me fuck him. And if they do, they're so sick and twisted that they'll make up an excuse to justify that you're just that good looking that they'll fuck you because of it. Whereas men are like, no, she's just hot, so I fucked her. Like, I wanted to fuck her. She'll be like, oh, he's eclectic. Women love using adjectives to describe their niche of guy they like, and they can't and they don't know how to spell niche or eclectic when they spell it. I'm like, bro, he's the same 7 niggas you've been fucking.
And here's the crazy thing, though. And this is what hard that, and on top of that, blows my mind. A little switch up here. This part that blows my mind. It's when you know someone doesn't have a good GDR, like you know this, but yet, and he's trash, like, right? The person's trash, good GDR, but yet they still get a plethora of women, but yet all the women already know he's trash.
Right now? Are you dirty macking
That might
right
be
now?
a slight dirty mac. That might be a slight dirty macking, but we all know. And it's just like, why? You know what I'm saying? I've always thought just,
but you know
why?
what, though? I respect I respect women more nowadays that do that because because then they're at least being like how men are.
Are they trying to join the donut club or something? Like, what the hell's happening here?
No. The reason why I say that is because men are just that shallow. You know what I mean? To your point, but I think women are now becoming that shallow. Like, we all know a couple of chicks that have been handled by associates of ours, and then but we heard the review, and then guess what? Other associates did. Tried for the same goal. Like, some people aren't franchise players. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You can put Ryan Fitzpatrick on any team. It's gonna look great, but you're never gonna make playoffs. And but he keeps getting the job somewhere. And
so how does he keep getting the job?
It's
wild.
It's great to watch until it counts. And then, but when a girl went to the point where that nigga's trash, he has hella bodies, but I can respect the one who's I wanted to see because.
Wow.
Because I'm not going to clown my boy who does the same thing, so I'm not going to clown her. Who does the same
I respect
thing. You
that.
know what
I
mean?
That. Okay.
But don't get me wrong, it's still trash across the board, but it's an even level of trash. I'm not I've been killing women this whole pod, but I'm not going to act like that one's.
We've been killing men too. We've been killing men.
Yeah, we're all fucking garbage. If 2020 taught us anything going into 2020, everyone's trash.
Big facts.
Fucking
Big facts.
Waste management.
Basura.
Everywhere. And this concludes another episode of The Young and the Washed. I am Downtown Dunzo, Fat Face Fabio, Petty Guerrero, his goddamn self. And to close out the show with me, as always, is the heartbreaking Hebrew, the sultry Samoan, and we have Seabiscuit with the eyes. Guest audience, you get one chance to clap for yourself. Go. Too much. And we are out.